Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to play the guitar solo from the classic Deep Purple song, Space Truckin'. Now the first thing I'm going to do is play the entire solo slowly with the tabs on the screen. That way the more advanced players can get through this more quickly. Then after that we'll break it down note by note. Let's go. Alright, we're going to start off easy with section 1, and here it is at normal and then slow speed. So we'll break it up into two boxes, and in the first one we'll play. So what we're doing is we're sliding up from the 5th fret of the D string to the 7th fret really quickly. Okay? And then we'll play the 5th fret of the G string. We'll bend it up a full step. Okay, going from here to here. Now when you do that 5th fret bend up a full step, I know for some people it's going to be challenging doing that with your index finger. If you went up a half a step instead of all the way, most people won't notice. And then after that, we'll play 7th fret of the D string. Let's play that first box again a couple times. All right, in the second box we play, so it's 5 and 7 on D, and then 5 on G, half step up, bend. Now let's tie those two boxes together and play section 1 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 2. Here's section 2 at normal and then slow speed. Now let's break that up into 3 boxes, and in the first one we play. So we're going to play the 8th fret of the B string, bend it up a full step and hold it. You don't hold it for very long, right? Then in the second box we play this, slowly. So it's 8th fret of B string again, bend up. And you're bending up quicker than the first time you bent, right? If we add the first 2 bends together, it's like this. Okay? Okay, so next we play 5th fret of high E, followed by 8 on B, 5 on B, and then 8, 7, 5 on G, 7D, 7G, 5G, 7D. Let's play that second box slowly. One more time. Let's combine those first 2 boxes together slowly. Now in the third box we play. So it's 5th fret of D and then 7th fret of D, add vibrato. And then 5th of G, half step up. So far in that second box. And then 7 of D, slide down and pull off to open D, but it's like a ghost note. You're barely hearing that D fret open string note. You can even skip that if you want, but for those that know my lessons, they know that I like to get every little nuance into playing just like the record. Okay, so again, the last little open string D pull off is totally optional. You barely hear it on the record. Here's that third box again, slowly. Now let's tie all 3 boxes together and play section 2 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 3. Here's section 3 at normal and then slow speed. So in the first box we play this, slowly. Now you'll notice here at the bottom of the tab lines, I have the symbols for the upstrokes and the downstrokes. Keep that in mind as we go along. It'll make sense in a minute. So the first thing we do is play open A with a downstroke. Then you play 5 of B and E together with an upstroke. So far. Now take those same 2 fingers that you were using for the 5th fret of B and E and take them down to the 3rd fret of B and E. Hit that with a downstroke and slide up to the 5th frets. Okay? So far. Then you're going to hit 5 of E and 5 of B again with an upstroke. Now you can certainly try and play all of that with downstrokes or alternating the picking in some other way, but to me it makes sense to do it this way for 2 reasons. One, it's good technique in practicing your alternate picking for rhythm, but also you'll notice that when you do an upstroke versus a downstroke, it emphasizes the high string instead of the lower string, right? So if you do an upstroke versus a downstroke, it emphasizes the strings a little bit differently, right? An upstroke is going to emphasize the high E string more, and the downstroke is going to emphasize the B a little bit more. And if you listen to the original, you can hear that happening, okay? But it goes by so quickly, most people won't notice a difference if you kind of mix things up. All right, here's that first box again slowly. Then in the second box, we do this. So it's basically that same movement we just did, and you do that twice. All right, let's combine those 2 boxes together and play section 3 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 4. Here's section 4 at normal and then slow speed. So we'll break that up into 2 boxes, and in the first one we do this slowly. So we start by playing 3rd fret of B, sliding up to the 5th fret, and then 5th fret of high E. Then we'll do a string scratch on the G string, followed by 8th fret of B, and then string scratch G, 7 of B, string scratch G, 5th fret of B. So far, slowly. Then a string scratch on D and 7 of G. Then string scratch on D, 5th fret of G, bend up half step. Here's what we have in that first box so far, slowly. And then 7 of D, add vibrato. So once again, you'll notice that I added the cymbals in for the upstrokes and downstrokes, okay? Let me play it again twice for you, and if you want, you can watch my right hand. Now, one thing that I was really tempted to do in learning this solo is, instead of using my pick the whole time, is that look at the notes that I have highlighted right now. With those notes, I was plucking them with a finger instead, like this. Here it is slowly. That's really fun to do. But if you go back and listen to the original, you can hear that Richie was using his pick the whole time. All right, in the second box, we do this. All right, so simply 5 of G, bend up a half a step, and then 7D, slide down. Let's tie those 2 boxes together and play section 4 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. All right, let's move on to section 5. Here's the final section, section 5 at normal and then slow speed. So in the first box we go. So we're going to do a little string scratch on A and D, followed by 8th fret of B, bend up a full step, hold it for a tiny bit. Okay. Then in the second box we play slowly. So it's 5 on E, and then 8 and 5 on B. Then 8 on G, pull off to 7, pull off to 5. 7D, 7G, 7D. So far. And then 5 of G wide vibrato. And then 7 of D slide down. And you can see once again we're kind of pulling off. This time not only is open D but open G is sounding. Again, you don't have to do that at the very end. You can just do 7 slide down. But once again, I like to get all those little inflections and in the playing, even if it's unwanted strings ringing out. Here's that second box again, slowly. Let's tie those two boxes together and play section 5 one more time, slowly and then at normal speed. Okay, let's wrap it up. Well, that was my lesson on how to play the guitar solo from Deep Purple's classic Space Truckin'. If you found it helpful or informative, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And please hit that subscribe button if you want to catch more videos like this in the future. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will attempt to answer them as time allows. Until next time, rock on.